Okay, guys, I'm sitting here finishing up my box braids that I started. I gotta go to work in less than 30 minutes, so hopefully I can get these six or seven done. As you can see, I've already done majority of my head. I just got these two rows left. So I'm trying to get as much done as possible before I clock in at 5 o'clock. These are actually um, feed-in box braids that I'm doing. This is my second time ever doing them in my head. I've done them in numerous heads before. Hold on real quick. Just don't want the microwave to keep going off while I'm doing this. No, y'all don't want to hear all that beeping. Well, all right. Put a little bit of grease on these ends because they a little bit brittle. I used to have dreads and I ended up combing them out because they was too heavy. They was down my back. They was too heavy, giving me migraines. And here I am months later down the line putting in box braids that was just as long and heavy. But these I can actually take out when I'm ready. Those dreads I couldn't. Now I've already pre-separated my hair. What I do with my packs of hair, I to save money, I actually split my packs of hair in half. That way, it actually instead I can make one pack into two. So I choose the number one, which is black, and then a light purple color because the color that I had in my hair, which was midnight blue, uh, washes later it started to turn into this lavender color. You can still see some of the blue in it. It still look kind of purple, but now it's starting to come more blonde. But it's actually blending better than what I thought it was. So, like I said, I already separated my hair and cut that in half. I'm just gonna feather it so when I stretch it, it don't have just that blunt look at the bottom. It'll actually look, you know, look nice and neat. So this is what I'm doing. Might need to put some music in the background because it's a little quiet around here. Yeah, might put a little bit of music in the background, trying to hurry up and feather this. This will probably be one and a half of a braid. This much hair that I got in my hand. All I do is just cut it, put what color I want with the hair, and then I just tie it in a knot to keep it separated. And it makes it easier for me to go for braid with braids when I'm doing my own hair. Where I live at, I have very limited space, so I do what I can. So this is what it looked like feathered. I just go through, pull all the loose ends that you know that can be too long. Instead of throwing the hair away, I can just salvage it by pulling the loose ends. Now I'm gonna go ahead and separate my little pieces, my feed-in pieces, and I've just been using 5 feed-in pieces that's about this size. Nothing major. I don't because I don't want them to look too bulky at the bottom. The only reason why I'm doing feed-in is because of the length that I want them. Now I try to make sure I get a little bit of purple in each one. So there go my 5. This is the rest for the braid. It was actually enough. Stretched it a little bit, pull it apart, shake it, boom, boom, cross over. Make sure, make sure all the hair is coming down and not jumbled up. And what I'd like to do once I get it like this, because this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look like a X crossing over. So what I do, I stretch it a little bit more once I get it like that, because I'm in the top of my head and I try to get it as even as possible with the back. So now I got my three pieces. Got my piece of hair right here. My hair that's sectioned off. And I got my 5 feet in pieces. I got the rest in a ponytail to keep it out of the way. So what I do, I just take my thumb and my forefinger. I take the thumb and I scoop the first part of the section that I want with that piece of hair. Then, as if I'm braiding, I just grab another piece with my other thumb and forefinger and just continue. And now it's lashed on. Whatever hair that's coming out, go ahead and pull it because you don't want that to tangle in with the hair that you're braiding because it'll just make it hard. Now, I don't start feeding in until I get almost to the bottom of my hair. And you're gonna see me twist it. It's gonna look funny. That's the only way that I can do it because I'm doing my own hair, so I'm gonna have to twist it to where I can braid it and it'll still look nice and neat. So I'm almost to the bottom. Now you're gonna see me twist it just so I can bring it to the front so I can see. Now you can see where my hair is, and I'm just twisting. I'm still braiding. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not braiding the wrong direction. Then I grab my first feed in piece, put one piece with that, and the piece that I'm holding with the other piece with my forefinger and my thumb, I'm adding it with that because that's going under. That's the only way that you're not gonna get a bulk or a bubble in your braid. And I like to go down a little bit before I add the second piece. So like I said, I'm using this for length, not volume in the braid. Add a fourth piece, same thing. And I try to make sure I get all of the shorter pieces before I add my feed in pieces. That way I can make sure when I'm at the bottom, they're almost around the same length because I don't like my hair looking crazy. And then like if you see some pieces that's thicker than the other, you can actually take some of the hair from another piece and add it to it, like pull it from that and add it to it. But you gotta disguise it. You can't just pull a piece and then think that it's gonna look right. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing to make it look nice and neat. I personally, I don't go to salons. I don't know, maybe because I'm blessed with knowing how to style hair, and it actually came from both sides of my family. Like my mom and my grandmother, um, They both used to style hair. My mom, she still style hair. My grandmother, she doesn't style hair anymore. But she was the only one, to be honest, who could actually do my hair. It wouldn't hurt my head because I was very, very tender headed. My mother, she didn't care. She gonna get it done regardless how much you kick and cry. She gonna do it. But once I got old enough to do my own hair, I started doing my own hair. And what used to trip me out, I used to ask my mom, well, "Mama, how you do this or how you do that?" And she used to say, "I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you." I never got showed, so I used to just sit in the salon and I would literally watch her. Like I would watch her like a hawk. I've always been one of those people that can actually just look and learn. Now you may see some pieces that stick out. Me personally, because it's my hair, I cut it. Some people it may gel it down or whatnot. I'm not gonna do all of that. I'll cut it because I feel like if it's sticking out, it's supposed to be cut. Now you finna see me twist it to where it look like I supposed to. Just gonna turn it. Yeah, cause my little fingers, child, they do their own little thing. And there we go. But yeah, I'm self-taught really. Like I used to just sit and watch my mom because she would never teach me. She never really had time because she was always doing somebody else's hair. So I would be in there helping her. I was just shampoo girl. I help her, wash the client's hair and stuff like that. But I started doing my own hair. Then when I got in high school, um, my mom she would do my hair and stuff too, but I would do my own hair majority of the time. And girls in school used to ask me, "Well, who do your hair? Who do your hair?" And I tell them I do my own hair. They used to think I was lying. And then one girl, she put me to the test. She was like, "Well, how much you charge me to do my hair?" And I asked, I said, "Well, what you want?" She said, "I want some finger waves." And at that time, in '96, finger waves was in. I was only 14 years old. And uh, my mom, she's a finger wave queen. Love to do finger waves. And I used to sit and watch her, and that's how I learned how to do finger waves. And the girl, she became my client, shoot, for about 3 years when we was in high school till she got transferred to another high school. But yeah. Now I have a daughter. She's 17. Never been bald headed a day in her life. Never. Because I've always kept her hair done. Got a beautiful baby. You might get to see her featured on my channel, being a guinea pig sometimes. You may not. It's up to her. Yep. Make sure I comb that out. Get all the kinks out after I filtered it. Okay, gotta get my feet in pieces. First, make sure any stray hairs that's hanging, I grab those. I don't want my hair tangling up. I don't like tangled hair. There we go. Get my pieces. And if y'all want to know what this is in front of me, it's actually a mirror. I hope you already knew that though. Not to try to call nobody slow because I wouldn't do that, but So this piece, change that out there. All right. Now this one, I think it got a little too much. And then I'm gonna take some out. Take some of that out of there. Like I said, separate the hair. Boom, boom. Shake it out. Try to get as many kinks out as possible. Cross over. Make sure you got your X. Like I said, I like to stretch it because I cut it in half. So I stretch it. And I don't care about the bottom being thin because, like I said, I'm feeding it in here. So that's the purpose. Okay. All right. Okay, now you're gonna see me flip it so I can braid to my comfort. Now I'm adding my first piece in. If you're right-handed, it's always gonna be the two pieces on your right side that you're gonna add it on. If you flip it over like I do. If you don't flip it over, it's gonna be the two pieces on the left side. Third piece. I like doing hair. I like doing hair because it brings happiness to people. Like you give them what they ask for. It's a healing in a way. And I like to make people happy. I guess because I like to be happy. Ooh. Um, trying to find things to talk about because this is actually my first video where I actually get to talk because my video editor that I have, I don't know what's going on with it. Well, it's not even my editor. It's the camera that I have giving me some issues. I can hear audio on the camera, but I can't hear it like on my laptop or anything else. It's actually mute. I checked the sound and everything, sound up, everything. I'm not sure exactly what that is. So, if there's anybody out there that's some camera experts, please leave a comment below. Maybe you can help a sister out. Like I said, this is a learning channel. So, yes, if I can help you, please help me. Yeah. A lot of people call me a jack of all trades because I can do a lot of things. Like, I'm really, really creative. Very creative. I draw. I can sing. I used to could dance. I done got older now. Dancing out of the window. But yeah, I can dance, sing. I can draw. I love to bake. I love to cook. I was a chef for over 17 years. Um, what else do I do? I love animals. I love making things. Um, I love experimenting on, like, I guess new stuff on how I can make things better and easier. And you'll see a lot of that on my channel because I'm gonna do a lot of things on my channel. My boyfriend, he actually brought me a whole bunch of ketchup and mustard caddies from his job. The manager was getting ready to get rid of them, and he was like, "Well, I can take them home. I know she'll find something to do with them." So, if anybody have any suggestions on what we can do with them, leave a comment for that too. That can definitely be a DIY video. Yep, it could definitely be a DIY video. Ooh, I got some thick hair, you guys. So this little bit of hair right here, I'm gonna go ahead and make it my feed in pieces since this a small bit of hair. And I'm not making them big, like I said, I'm not making them big and fat because this is like going towards the bottom of the braid. So you don't want your braid to be all fat at the bottom. They just don't look right. I need to check and see what time it is. I have no clue what time it is. I'm sure that. Well, you guys, it's 5:04. I didn't get to finish, but what I am gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and clock in, and I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna do a part two to this video, so I'm gonna continue until I get an order. I'm a food delivery driver, and I love my job, so just bear with me, you guys. Like, I get a lot of freedom with this job, and this is one of the reasons why I chose this job because it's an excellent job. Like, a lot of people sleep on delivery drivers, but believe it or not, a lot of people don't like to leave their house once they get off from work. So it's an excellent job. Like, I get a good pay. You can't complain. I make more than a lot of people that stand on their feet, like for real. And I just be chilling, and that's what I can. That's what I love to do. I love to chill. I love to have fun. But check out part two. It's gonna be a part two. Like I said, leave some comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Definitely, I'm looking for subscribers, so please subscribe, 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 and check out part two. I'll be back.